What if I told you these glasses could replace your phone one day? Today, we're diving into the new Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. At first glance, they look like a normal pair of Ray-Bans, but inside, there's a tiny display, camera, microphone, speakers, and a neural input band that reads tiny electrical signals from your wrist. Yeah, that's a lot. For years, smart glasses have had the same problem, input method. So Meta's trying to do something different here, and honestly, it's probably the smartest approach yet. These are co-designed with Ray-Bans, so they actually feel premium. The build is nearly identical to a normal pair. Classic frames, lightweight and stylish. Just 69 grams compared to 45 on a regular pair. They come in two sizes, can take prescription lenses, and use transition lenses so they adapt automatically to sunlight. And hidden inside these familiar frames is actually a surprising amount of tech. So in the right lens, you get a 600 by 600 pixel display with about 20 degrees field of view. It's super bright, up to 5000 nits. It runs at 90 Hz for smooth UI interactions. It's not an immersive AR overlay, it's a heads-up display. Think notifications, calls, or messages, like a smartwatch but for your eyes. And because it only leaks about 2% of light, no one can even tell what you're seeing. Now powering all that is the Snapdragon AR1 Gen 1 chip with 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of onboard storage. That's enough for around 1,000 photos or 100 short videos. The battery life is around 6 hours of mixed use, with the case adding another 20 or 30. Oh, and a really nice feature of the glasses case is that they can actually fold into something slim enough to fit into your pocket. You also get a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, 1080p at 30 frames per second, and a 6 microphone array with open-ear speakers built directly into the arms of the glasses. Basically, you can capture, listen, talk without touching your phone. So all that's impressive for a pair of glasses, but that's only really half the story because the real innovation isn't even on your face, it's on the wrist. This is the neural band. It's probably the most overlooked part of these glasses. It looks simple, but it does something pretty wild. It uses electromyography, or EMG, to pick up tiny electrical signals from your wrists or fingers. Even the intention to move, like the thought of pinching or swiping, can be detected. In early demos, it's fast, accurate, and surprisingly intuitive to get used to. So what does this mean for real-world use? Well, feels a lot less weird. You're not waving your hands in the air and you don't have to say, "Hey Meta," in public. It's discreet, subtle, and honestly, kind of futuristic. The display tech itself is also worth talking about. Meta didn't go with the typical micro LEDs or OLEDs on the lens themselves, but instead they're going with a Waveguide prism system. Basically, there's a tiny projector in the temple of your glasses. It beams light through the prisms in the lens, which bounce the image into your eye. You can see an image floating naturally in front of you, while the lens stays clear. This keeps power consumption low, reduces bulk, and keeps them looking like real glasses and not a headset. So the good stuff. They're lightweight and comfortable for everyday wear. The display is bright, discreet, and private. The neural band solves input in a way no one else has. Audio and mic quality are actually solid for open-ear design. But of course, this is still first-gen tech. The field of view is tiny, so you have to glance down and to the right to see the display. The ecosystem is pretty limited right now. It works best with Meta apps like Instagram and WhatsApp. Video recording is capped at 1080p 30 frames per second, which is kind of a letdown since the Gen 2 Meta Wayfarer glasses are half the price and shoot in 3K. And live streaming drains the battery way faster than advertised. So it's not replacing your phone just yet. So then, who are these made for? Right now, I'd say there's two main groups. One, content creators who want to create easy POV shots without holding their phone. And two, early adopters and tech enthusiasts who want to experience where AR is heading. For everyone else, an $800 price tag seems too steep. So here's the bottom line. The Meta Ray-Ban display glasses and the neural band aren't perfect, but they're the most wearable version of AR we've ever seen. They're stylish, surprisingly capable, and most importantly, they make augmented reality feel normal. If you're a creator or tech enthusiast, they're worth checking out. If you're wanting full-blown AR immersion, wait a generation or two, because these are just the beginning. Anyways, that's been our first look at the new Meta Ray-Ban display glasses. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Would you wear something like this every day? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!